Partly cloudy on this Sunday afternoon. Another week, in fact, our third week of racing during the fall meet came to a close today with 9 races. We were fast. In fact, the main track has continued to dry out over the last couple of cards. And turf, well, we've got 4 grass races to bring you tonight on the show. Maggie, Wolfendale, Jason Blewitt, hope you're doing okay out there. Thanks for stopping by on MSG Plus. And this was a Sunday card that really had something for everybody.
That's right. As you said, we had 4 grass races. We also had 4 2-year-old races, and one of them was our feature race, Jay, the Key Sense, which was for the New York-bred 2-year-old girls.
And a couple of nice split divisions, open company maidens who battled a mile, and some well-bred, well-connected horses went to battle in both races, which we'll have for you in addition to that Pick 6 carryover. But let's dive right into Sunday's headlines, and Chantal Sutherland coming out of retirement once again, and she has targeted December as her race riding comeback date.
Yeah, we haven't seen Chantal in the saddle since July of 2014, actually at Woodbine, as we're checking her out winning the 2011 Santa Anita Handicap, a board game on dude, being the first and only female jockey to win this prestigious race on the West Coast, and that's right where she's going to land again, as she will return to Santa Anita opening day. She's actually been exercising and breezing horses at Los Al. She said maybe she'll get on a couple there just to get her fitness levels back, but good to see Chantal back. She's really, truly one of the nicest people I've ever met on the racetrack.
And very popular, and I think a good ambassador and a good story for the game on a number of different fronts, and nice to see her in the news, and as you said, wish her the best of luck in her comeback. Salute those amigos. We're fans of him. We shift from Chantal out on the West Coast to really a battle-hardened, late-running sprinter who handles any kind of footing and seems to be okay running every 2 to 3 weeks for David Jacobson.
Wasn't this like the coolest stretch drive ever? Because right there you thought anybody could win, and then within the last 1/8 of the mile, clearly Salute those amigos separates himself from the competition here in the fall highway. He'll look to defend that once again. Hopefully we don't have that kind of track to this coming Thanksgiving, as it is historically one of our Thanksgiving features, at least since I've been here. And Saluto's not a great run last time out in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, but looking to get back on track at his home track here at the Big A.
Right, he's a hometown horse at the Big A for David Jacobson. What a summer. In 77 and 78, the last repeat winner of the Fall Highway, and he'll spot his foes a pound to 10 pounds and carries the $134. And Gary Stevens gets a little Big A return this coming Friday. Forget about shopping. You can do your shopping online after the races. We've got 9 for you on Friday, headlined by the Go for Juan for $300,000.
And this is actually Tars breaking her maiden here at Aqueduct way back when, a couple winters ago in 2013, and she'll return to the same place once again on the outer track, though, albeit that time she was trained by Todd Beatty, but now under the conditioning of Simon Callahan, and she will try her hand at the Go for Juan with hopes in 2016 of stretching that speed out around 2 turns.
Amazing. 12.5 years since Gary Stevens' last Aqueduct mount aboard Congaree, a car to win on that Wood undercard back again in 2003. Let's move on to the action today. Again, they were betting with both fists in the Pick 6, as was the case yesterday. And with the flowers always in bloom at the Big A, we will send it up to John Abrial for the call of Sunday's featured 8th race, the Key Sense.
And they're off. Melodic away well from the extreme outside. Now, surprise, a Cameo moves up. Frosty Margarita down at the rail. And Louisville First is up close. And now it's Louisville First and Frosty Margarita. Frosty Margarita grabs the lead. Louisville First is second by 2. Taken by Surprise now up to third with Surprise Cameo on the outside. In fourth, Melodic is fifth. Here comes Rosie, runs in sixth down at the rail, and Lemon Liqueur is alongside in seventh, the opening quarter in 23 seconds. And it's the favorite Frosty Margarita on the lead here and clear by 2. Louisville First and Melodic. Melodic takes second. Louisville First is now in third. A break of 3 to Surprise Cameo in fourth. And here comes Rosie, Lemon Liqueur, and Taken by Surprise. And they're at the top of the stretch. Frosty Margarita ran a half in 46 and 2 and has a 4-length lead over Melodic. It's another 5 back to Louisville First, and then Surprise Cameo. Frosty Margarita in front front as they come down for the finish. And Frosty Margarita wins in hand as the 3-2 favorite. Erod Ortiz Jr. gets his third win. Melodic was second. Then Surprise Cameo and Louisville first.
A dominating victory from this 2-year-old filly by Frost Giant. Very sharp in victory was Frosty Margarita.
And really pretty much in hand the whole way. A couple taps on the shoulder there by Irad just to keep her mind on the game. But she took them gate to wire. She seems to be very versatile, Jay. I mean, I thought she ran very well going a mile, ran well going 7-8. So she's a horse that is going to prove very useful, I'm sure, over the winter time here at the Big A as she'll look to take down some more New York bred company.
And I'm looking for a trail of smoke behind Rudy Rodriguez, who's been as hot as any trainer in New York since we got over to the Big A. And in fact, after winning the stake, Maggie caught up with Rudy.
Winning conditioner of today's Key Sen Stakes, it is Rudy Rodriguez with Frosty Margarita. Rudy, she's been knocking on the door against winners in stakes race. She really put it together here.
You know, she's been running very good, and we was very happy, especially for one of the best owners I got in the barn. And you know, we're running right from home, so I think that was the key. You know, she usually a little nervous, but she was right in his stall and come out of the stall and run in his home by yard. So, but she did very good. You know, that's what I tell Ira. If you're very good, don't take him back, just let him run.
Yeah, and she did. I mean, stretching or cutting back in distance today. Do you think the 6 furlongs or out to a mile is more in her wheelhouse?
You know, she trained very good in the morning and looked like she can go any distance. But, you know, the last time we got caught. But, you know, she's still young. She's learning. So let's keep our fingers crossed and keep it sound.
Well, Rudy, you have a very nice New York bred filly on your hands. Congrats.
Thank you.
We used to have our Frost Giant star of the day on Insider last winter, in fact, and good to see a Frost Giant filly who, as Maggie said, has been so versatile, and I think it goes back to Rudy Rodriguez, even something that he brought up with you. At times, she's been a bit nervous. She just had that short walk over from her barn here at the Big A.
And it makes such a difference, especially with nervous fillies, as Rudy alluded to, and I had noticed it throughout her brief campaign so far, in that when they can run out of their own stalls, they don't get... Traveling is nerve-wracking for horses. It's not a natural thing, but they willingly do it for us. You know, every time they have to race for some horses. But yes, a filly like her, I'm sure it meant the world that she could just run out of her own stall. And the same thing was true at Saratoga. The last time she won, breaking her maiden, she ran out of her own stall.
And a comprehensive sprinting program for the 3-year-old fillies. We'll see if they stretch her back out, but a threat on the inner track, no doubt about that. As we shift on to 3 and up fillies and mares, we go with the older gals with the purples, pinks, oranges. What a scene here at the Big A as we send it back to Johnny I for the call of Sunday's third.
And they're off. Blithely from the rail, out for the lead. Tricky Zippy was away well. Sun and Moon is 3 wide, and Making Havoc is 4 wide. Just behind the front runners, Angel Code, then a break of 3.5 lengths to Make the Moment, who trails the field in 6th. Angel Code moving up on the inside to take the lead from Tricky Zippy. It's Angel Code by a head. Tricky Zippy on the outside in 2nd. And then it's a 1.5 lengths to Blithely, Sun and Moon, and Making Havoc, and Make the Moment trails the quarter 22 and 4 as they race around the far turn. It's Angel Code in front by a 1/2 length. Tricky Zippy is 2nd by a length. Making Havoc on the extreme outside with Blithely down at the rail. Sun and Moon is now in 5th, and Make the Moment is being pulled up. The half was running 46 and 2/5 seconds. In the stretch, Angel Code down on the inside and Tricky Zippy on the outside, and the two of them are right together, and Blithely is moving up at the rail as they come for the 16th pole. Tricky Zippy on the inside, it's Blithely. Tricky Zippy in front. Tricky Zippy wins it. Blithely was 2nd. Then Angel Code and Making Havoc.
Let's check out before the race. Tricky Zippy. Oh, Johnny V. Nice job grabbing onto the doors and just kind of falling off, sliding off the backside of Tricky Zippy, who's had a real habit of just being a mess and a head case around the starting gate.
I mean, that's all she is. She's at least she's not a head case anymore in the paddock. I mean, as she is the one who broke Mike Leslie's pelvis last year here. And she's just, I mean, she can run. They named her very worthingly of Tricky Zippy. So, yeah, it's nice to see her connections working with her. Jimmy Jerkins now and Carlos Martin did a great job with her as well, but it's all paying off. And as you said, Johnny V, very patient while aboard her back and going through the trials and tribulations to get the win.
And she was 3-5 before breaking through the doors. I have a feeling in the 30 seconds, quite a bit of money was canceled, and she drifted up to even money as Johnny V gets into the winner's circle with Tricky Zippy, and we set our sights on 2-year-olds who ring in Sunday's Pick 6 carryover on the other side of this quick timeout.
Now you can enjoy your favorite pro and fantasy football teams while playing the races in style as Longshots welcomes back NFL Sunday Ticket. With over 400 HD TVs, 270 individual carols, a full-service sports bar and food menu, Longshots is the place to catch all the great racing and football action. So come on out, bring your friends, bring your league to Longshots, located on the second floor at Aqueduct.
Back to the Big A as we take in that breathtaking sunset outside. Cloudy skies, but look at that. The magic of television and sunset right around 4:40 or so. We've wrapped up the card at 4:20 and Private Zone ready for business here this coming Saturday in the Grade 1 Cigar Mile. We've talked about them before. They were a big hit at the spa. They were great 8 miles east at Belmont Park, and we're bringing that $40 buy-in low roller contest to the Big A on the right day, Cigar Mile Day, as we have a ton of happy faces and a Hall of Fame rider who looks so good in those blue and orange silks. Who is that? Luis Saez?
No, that's
Javi. There we go. There's Javi with the thumbs up. Javi spent the Saturday, or his Saturday, down at Gulfstream Park West. 2 races we covered on the National Racing Report, the My Charmer and the Tropical Turf. But back with us here at the Big A, as are all of you. It's Maggie and Jason on Aqueduct Insider, and you saw it from the in bump. The Big A seems to bring out everybody's best.
Oh, yeah, that's
right?
for sure.
Come
on. You know, I had to wear a hat today, but it was the first time so far, so I'm not going to complain too much. But, yeah, no, it's fun, especially heading into this weekend. This is such a fun weekend at the Big A. Tradition with Thanksgiving and those steaks that follow, topping it all off with the Cigar Mile.
An 11:50 a.m. first race post, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Gates open up those 3 days at 10:30 a.m. Talking Horses at 10:45 as things darken outside, but we'll bring on a brighter appearance here out of the chute, in fact, with the first division of the 2-year-old maidens. And here's Johnny I.
And Hutt going out for the lead. Seymour Dini's on the outside. Barahona was away well as they race up the chute. Seymour Dini has the lead. It's Seymour Dini in front by a length and a half with 10 Hutt in second and Barahona next in third. Far outside is Snow Fighter. Then comes up Mogan Avenue, followed by Admiral Shepherd. A close-up 6th. The break of 3 to Seat of Honor. The Gray is racing in 7th. And Archie trails the field in 8th. And the opening quarter was run in 23 and 2/5 seconds. And Seymour Dini has made his way down to the rail. Seymour Dini, the big favorite here, leading by 3/4 of a length. Barahona in second by a head. 10 Hutt is third. Snow Fighter on the far outside in 4th. Admiral Shepherd at the rail is 5th, 3 lengths from the front, with Mogan Avenue racing in between horses. Then it's Seat of Honor and Archie trails. The half 47 and 2/5 seconds. Seymour Dini gets clear now by 2 lengths. 10 Hutt, Barahona, and Admiral Shepherd. Those 3 are all together. Seat of Honor is on the move on the far outside, and then Mogan Avenue, Snow Fighter, and Archie. And now Seymour Dini has opened up on the field. Seymour Dini in front by 7 lengths. Admiral Shepherd is at the rail, and Seat of Honor is on the outside, but Seymour Dini has built a big lead here. Seymour Dini in front by 8. The battle will be for second. Seymour Dini at 2-5.
Jockey Jose Ortiz picked a good card to come back off a 5-day suspension. He's aboard and commandeering the controls with this Ridgeling by Bernardini and Seymour Dini, who just mopped up the field at 290, 230, and 210 in the first leg of the Pick 6.
And paying a millionth of what he actually cost as a $900,000 two-year-old purchase at the OBS April sales for Linda Rice. She paid up for a lot of her babies this year, Jay, and it's good to see it's paying off for her and her connections, as Seymour Deeney looked very comfortable winning, stretching out to a mile today. And as we brought up, Cool Coleman, as well as others under her tutelage, have just had great two-year-old campaigns so far.
Right, Matt King Cole, who I heard is not running this Saturday in the Remsen. It sounds like they may go fresh with him into the Jerome at the start of 2016. We had a little Remsen chatter, by the way, on the Racing Report, which will be on Monday and Tuesday right here on MSG Plus. Check your local listings as we see what the other division of the two-year-olds can do in race number 6. Let's start the late pick 4. And a big field. I thought this race was a bit more wide open on paper. And we go back to Johnny I.
And they're off. Number 7, Luminary Flight, came away in a tangle and trails the field. Manitoulin, It's All Relevant. And there goes Party Barn from the inside. Party Barn up to take the lead. It's All Relevant runs in second. Manitoulin is third. Shagaf down towards the rail is fourth. And then it's Liz Colon running in fifth. A break of 2 to Gio Nico in sixth. Tail of Mist on the inside is 7th. After that awkward start, Luminary Flight is now up to 8th. Patrick's Day is 9th. And Ad 4 trails the field in 10th. A quarter in 23-1 as they race up the backstretch. Party Barn in front by a length. It's All Relevant giving chase in second. Shagaf is down at the rail in third. Then it's Manitoulin next in fourth as they pass the half-mile pole. And the opening half was running 46-4. Tail of Mist is down on the inside in fifth. Luminary Flight runs in sixth. Then it's Liz Colon, Patrick's Day, and at the back, Gio Nico and Ad 4. On the outside is It's All Relevant. Now to poke ahead in front of Party Barn as they come for the quarter pole, and Shagaf is right there on the outside. Tail of Mist is fourth. Here comes Shagaf up now to grab the lead from It's All Relevant. Tail of Mist runs in third with an 1/8 of a mile to the finish. Shagaf leads by 3. It's All Relevant and Tail of Mist giving chase. And Shagaf will win his debut going a mile here at Aqueduct, and he won it by 5. It's All Relevant second. Tail of Mist was third, and Luminary Flight finished fourth.
Slightly faster than Seymour Deeney is another 2-year-old by Bernard Deeney, who once out into the clear took off in a very good debut.
For me, Jay, this was a bit more impressive. I mean, Seymour Deeney had it all his own way. There looked to be horses who had run against Shagaf here that looked to be logical. And as soon as Shagaf walked into the paddock, I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, I'm going to be sneaky here, 6 to a morning line. Hopefully he's right around that. Nope, he is 9 to 5, basically. When I went to go on and talk about him. But very athletic looking horse, looks very capable of being, if all things go well and stays healthy, on that Triple Crown trail.
No kidding for Chad Brown, who's got a couple of solid 2-year-olds already pointing to the Grade 2 Remsen this coming Saturday in flexibility. And he's also got Gift Box, who may be the second choice behind Mohamed. Very sharp in victory was Shagaf for Shadwell Stable as we look at everything else on this third Sunday of the meet from the Big A. 1, 2, 5, 7, and 9 with John and Brielle.
It's nonstop the leader, but here's Mills on the outside now to challenge. Mills and nonstop, and they are right together as they move for the 8th pole, and now Mills takes over. Nonstop is back running in second. Then Good Time Had by All, Looking Cool, and Finding Candy. Mills in front as they come for the wire. Mills a 2.5 length winner. Nonstop was second. 7 lengths back to Looking Cool in third. And Breakaway is down at the rail as they come into the stretch. Accord in front by 2. Breakaway and Check Your 6 and Feisty Valentina and Tizador all giving chase to Accord, who leads by 2 with Breakaway into second. It's Accord in front, and Accord has won it in front running fashion. Accord the winner. Breakaway was second, and Check Your 6 checked in third. They've ground the entire way, and now they turn into the stretch. Big Yum and Spearhead. Banana Thief is under the whip. On the outside is Coordinate, and then it's Avea. Melville far outside. Island Therapy, who was last for much of the way, is putting in a big late run. Here's Island Therapy on the outside, and Island Therapy has gone by them all to win from last to first. Close for second between Spearhead, Big Yum, and Vea. Racing room as the field comes into the stretch. Change Will Do You Good. Now up to grab the lead from Glowing Ember. For the back, it's Mark My Style in third. Front on the outside and Runaway Posse. Change Will Do You Good has the lead with 100 yards to the wire. Change Will Do You Good in front. Then Mark My Style and front. Change Will Do You Good takes it. Mark My Style did get second. Front was third, then Glowing Ember and Runaway Posse. As the field comes off the turn and enters the stretch. Irish Filibuster and Dot Matrix. And here is Coco is Loco up on the outside now to take the lead. Coco is Loco in front, and it's a big day for Erod Ortiz Jr. This is his fourth winner. Coco is Loco takes it. Pace setter Irish Filibuster was second, and then Dot Matrix and
nothing crazy about the Sunday here at the Big A for Rudy Rodriguez, who picked up a hat trick, and of course Erod Ortiz picked up his fourth with Coco is Loco.
And getting his 1,000th win here in North America as well. So congratulations to Erod Ortiz, who was actually down at Delta Downs last night to ride Sunny Ridge in the Delta Jackpot, beaten ahead by the very talented Exaggerator.
Another race we covered on the Racing Report. Check it out. Keith DeSormo, Kent DeSormo, and Pat Reynolds as we go through the binocs of Cappy in Sunday's second look with Mills, who, I'll tell you, Pat lost this horse via the claim box today, but this was an astute claim, probably thinking he'd run him on the dirt once he picked him up on the turf.
Yeah, why not? I mean, going back to his Aqueduct and Belmont efforts, his numbers made him really logical. He was running against better horses than this, and he just won easily. It's good to see Pat Reynolds get a win too, and he was very proud of himself. And Pat's just one of those racetrack characters you love hanging out with. Always
in a good mood. Love talking to Patty. As we have a couple claims today. In fact, a two-way shake on Mills. First horse I've seen Jeremiah Engelhardt claim with Al Gold's Gold Square, a limited liability corporation. We've got to cover all the angles here, and then Angel Code went to Bruce Levine and Mike Rapoli for $62.5 a day after they took Big Business for $100,000. As it has gotten dark, we've got the lights of the city and a look back at the week when we come back. Aqueduct Insider, in fact, here on MSG Plus, Aqueduct Racetrack in South Ozone Park, Queens. And as we said after the first break, the Big A brings out the best in all of us. Watch, wager, and win at NYRA.com. Don't miss a second of the live racing product as we gear up for Holiday Fest, back at it 12:20 on Wednesday, followed by an 11:50 a.m. first post on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it's party time at the Big A. That looks like a group of gals either alive in the pick 6, and/or late pick 4, or who took down a huge pick 3 when we shot that.
Nope, I think they were just having fun, Jay. I think they may have had a horse running in today's Key Sense, and they were having fun.
All right. Well, the racetrack is for fun. You know, if the game is nothing if not fun and certainly challenging. And let's look back at the week that was. Some big figures, some big efforts, and both these horses, Fabulous Kid and Green Grotto, are entered back Thursday in the Fall Highway.
This is a fun race to watch. A couple days ago here, Jay, as I liked Fabulous Kid, but I always like Green Grotto. How can you not? Once again, another heartbreaking loss by him. But both of these horses, with that just narrow margin between them, earning 100 buyer speed figure.
Here's Kendrick Carmouche, Res Judicata up from Parks for John Service at nearly $100.
This was just a weird race, and these two running 1-2 around there. But if you look back at Res Judicata's form, as he did stretch out here, he's basically, at least of the PP showing, undefeated when he gets the lead. So maybe that's why, and gotta give a shout out to my boy Noble Cornerstone. Just love him.
He
Sorry.
ran third. Good to see him showing some life. Noble Cornerstone. And I guess, 25 minutes after the Res Judicata race, we had Joel Rosario with Grand Sky in the Artie Schiller.
Yeah, this horse looked good winning here for Mark Casse, as you said here, Jay, and the rest of the connections of John Oxley colors. And a lightly raced type, but boy, I mean, looking at the runner-up, Aztec Brave, he was pretty game in defeat as he came back to the Big A, and Joe Sharp's done a great job with him, as well as Mark Casse with Skyflight.
Who's had a good few weeks here on the Aqueduct turf. I like that state-bred 2-year-old they have. What a wonderful world. We like Luis Saez, who was racking up the victories and picking up accolades and is really in a nice groove as the year comes to a close.
Well, you know, we can't always talk about Irad Ortiz, so Luis Saez really had a great week here at the Big A. At least one win every day with 3 multiple win days, and that's going to put him right there at fourth, middle of the pack there, tied third, or fourth, I should say, right behind Javier Castellano.
All right, 13 wins for Mr. Saez. Look at the firepower and talent on that list from Erod all the way down with 19, followed by Cornelia Velasquez with 5. You get a good mix of some of the elder statesmen, some of the younger guys in the jockey colony. And speaking of elder statesmen, the respect runs very deep for one of the masters of the modern era of thoroughbred racing, the mighty Shug McGahee, who has picked up quite a few wins over the last few cards.
You know, what's funny is Shug is in here. He's already in Florida. I can't blame him, but his assistant, Robbie Medina, has been here, and he's like, I can't wait to get to Florida. I'm like, why? You're the king of Aqueduct right now. Shug is going 5 for 15, 33%, 80% in the money here, Jay, including this week as he went 3 for 7. Boblette looked amazing winning that allowance race, I thought. So did Tapatry first time on the dirt. And Morse Code, Honor Code's half-brother, he didn't look like Honor Code in the paddock, but he sure looked like him coming down the stretch.
They got everything I would have to think they wanted to get out of Morse Code. And what did you walk away from Friday's 9th race thinking of Morse Code?
Well, like his brother, I'm sure that he'll want a little more ground. It was a 6-furlong contest. Shug, as of late, not really having them totally geared up to win first time out. They wanted to get that race. He probably, I'm surely did what they expected him to do and wanted him to do, and it sets him up perfectly. You know, hopefully stays here. Doubtful. Obviously, Shug's horses go south, but sets him up for a nice maiden score going a bit longer at Gulfstream.
He got some foundation in that race Friday, and that was the case way back when, 2 years ago, with Stop Charging Marie in the 2013 Demoiselle, a future Breeders' Cup winner, as we send it up to Tom Durkin.
Got Lucky gets a tap on the shoulder. America goes wide. The field turns for home. Penwick still on top. Penwick under the whip and driving hard. Got Lucky is trying to come through on the inside, and here comes Got Lucky now. And Penwick tightens up on her. Stop Charging Maria in the clear on the outside, and she's coming hard too. Got Lucky gets through on the rail. Stop Charging Maria on the outside. Stop Charging Maria. Penwick between horses. Got Lucky at the rail, at the wire. Stop Charging Maria was a valiant winner here and won it by a head. Over
Gritty performance from Stop Charging Maria as the buzzer has sounded. For Maggie and myself, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you this coming Wednesday with the first race post of 12:20.